Well, I'm from Gravette, Arkansas. I went to high school there and graduated high school back in 1986, actually. My parents were both school teachers, so we lived in a pretty conservative home. I was always taught that to be successful in life, you have to go to college and get an education. And so I did that, went to the University of Arkansas, and 7 years later, I kind of learned something from that. I learned that that wasn't going to get me where I needed to be, so I wouldn't be able to support my family teaching school like I was planning to do. So I just continued to be a horseshoer by trade, made decent money, but the problem with shoeing horses is that you're unemployed every time you do your job until you do it again. Just like anything else, people that work for money are unemployed every day they wake up out of bed unless they go out and do it again. And one of the things that I've learned about this industry since I've been involved is that you can actually build a passive residual income, meaning that you can actually get your life back, because our life's made up of time. So, you know, when I was first introduced to this industry was back in 1995, and a friend had introduced me that I was actually shoeing horses for out in Oklahoma to another company. And I built that company with everything I had for almost 10 years. But one of the things that I've learned is that if a company is built around a single particular product or service, it's probably going to be short-lived because trends change. And as trends change, companies, they go broke. And when people can quit using those services. And it'd be a whole lot like if you and I decided to go into the riverboat business and a drought came into town and they were a nickel apiece. They may be the best in the industry, but all you and I can do is run up and down the shore and say, ain't that cheap? Timing is everything in business. And one of the things that I love about what I'm doing now is that with trends, we're not affected in any way. It's about building a big business. You know, as you're taking a look at this fortune opportunity, I just encourage you to not ask yourself, is fortune what I want to do? Do I want to do this? What you got to ask yourself is what I'm doing working for me. So you may say, I've got a great job. You know, you may say I make $1,000 a week, but do you really? See, profits is what you keep. And if you're working, earning $1,000 a week, you're not making $1,000 a week because the government's going to take about $300, right, in taxes. So basically you're working, you're worth $700 a week is what you're earning. But then you got your house payment, your car payment, you got your insurance, you got your food bill, you got your electric, your gas. And what I'm saying is if you're living paycheck to paycheck, like most employees do, it means you're working for free because profits is what you keep. Now, if you have credit card debt, it's costing you money to go to work. That's like buying a candy bar for 50 cents and selling it for 50 cents. You don't make 50 cents, you break even, you're working for free. See, because we're all financially illiterate, we teach our kids to go to college, get an education, work hard, climb that ladder, but the fact is, we teach them because we don't know any better to make more money so they can slip into a higher tax bracket and have less to spend at the end. That's why their wife has to go out and fight in that battle also. So here's what I want you to understand is it's all about leverage. Wealthy people create leverage, poor people work for money. So let's say that you work 40 hours a week at your job. Again, you get paid on 40 hours. And the first thing you noticed on that check, it says take-home pay. The reason that's on there, and it says that, is because that's the only place you can afford to go with it as an employee. You know, one thing that we all deal with is something called fear. See, fear will tell you that you can't do something. Fear will say that you've tried that before, but faith will say you can. So I encourage you to get started today. See, fear will tell you you need more information. Fear will say, I just don't understand it enough. But see, and fear will even say, when you see it, you'll believe it. But faith says, when you believe it, you'll see it. I encourage you to step out in faith, not in fear, and step out, just get this thing going, guys. We can earn as we learn. And if you decide to get started, I'll see you at the top. If you let it pass you by, I'm telling you, I'll have to see you from the top. But I want you to remember, opportunity never goes away. It just goes to somebody else.